So I have a Samsung dishwasher here. You can open up the door and read the model number. All of these buttons are touch sensitive. You don't have to press into them, just touch them. And it's fairly intuitive, but I'm going to run through it anyway. So to use it, just make sure you click the door shut, and then you're going to want to hold down the power button until everything lights up. And you have different segments to look into. So you've got the cycle segment, you've got the additional options, and then you can delay the start, and then you've got your start or cancel button. So cycles, you have four options. You have automatic detection. That's automatic detection of your soil level on your dishes. You've got normal, heavy, and express. So normal, the differences between them is normal will do 1 pre-wash, 2 rinse cycles, and then it'll do the heated dry. Whereas the heavy load one will do 2 pre-washes, 4 rinses, and it'll use a lot more water. And I can tell you exactly how much more. So normal will use 3 to 6 gallons of water, whereas the heavy soil level will use 7.3 gallons. There's also a bit of a difference in terms of the time. So the normal cycle will run anywhere between 109 and 143 minutes, whereas the heavy load will do 162 minutes. And then you have your Express 60, which will take 60 minutes. That uses 4 gallons of water, and they're all roughly around the same temperature. The first 3 cycles will allow you to select all 3 of these options at the same time, or any one individually. But the Express 60 does not allow you to do the high temperature wash. Sanitize is for when you want to heat the water at such a temperature that it will kill any mold or bacteria in the machine, I think. You want to do this once in a while on an empty dishwasher just to clean everything up and stop the spread of mold. And heated dry is just to dry your dishes at the end of the cycle. These are quite sensitive buttons, and it's quite easy when you're leaning across the counter. You might press something for your hip and mess with the machine or stop the cycle midway. It's very easy to do, so it's a good idea to just hold this down for 3 cycles, and you saw the little lock button light show up. So now I can try and press other buttons, and it'll flash to tell me, oh, you can't do this because it's locked. So to unlock it, I just press for 3 seconds again. If I do select it, you see the little clock lights up to indicate that I've delayed the start. And then to start the machine, so I always get confused by this. So to turn it on, you have to hold down the power button for about 3 seconds. But to start the cycle, you just tap it once. And if you hold it down, what actually happens it cancels and drains the machine, even if you haven't started a run. And so I've been burnt before where I will hold this down just out of habit. It'll sound like it's starting, the machine starts making noise, and I can hear water draining and flushing through the machine. So I woke up thinking I've started the run. And of course, after 1 or 2 minutes, it finishes because all it did was drain the water at the bottom of the machine. So I didn't actually start the cycle. So make sure you remember, just tap it once to start the cycle, hold it down for 3 seconds to drain or cancel the cycle. You also have these handy little lights that will, once you've started the cycle, will tell you which part of the cycle you're in. So towards the end, it'll stay in the dry function for quite a while, and then it'll switch to end. So just be really wary. I think during the dry section, it will actually automatically lock the machine. And I think it's to protect you from burning your face with hot steam. So I'm going to open this up and show you the interior. So here is where you're going to put the detergent. So whether you're using powder or tablets, it'll go in this little hole here. And then you just slide this across and lock it into place. And you also have this, this is for if you have rinse aid. That rinse aid is typically used for areas that use hard water to get rid of the little water stain residues on your dishes. So you would just pour that in there, and then you close it, and then you're supposed to be able to see you want to be able to see something in here when you pour the rinse aid in. And there's a maximum and minimum level, but I'm not really sure how it works. Like, you're not supposed to put too much in there. If you read through the user manual, sorry, I guess this is to, if you push this opens this thing here. If you read through the user manual, it'll tell you to put a certain amount of powdered dish detergent in here. And then they actually want you to just put a certain amount, like a smaller amount, just like sprinkled over here. And that will be kind of helping your pre-wash, whereas this will be for the main rinse cycles. In terms of loading the dishwasher, there's a few functions that I really like about this dishwasher. One is that these cutlery slots, sometimes you have some cutlery that won't fit the regular ones. Okay, this one does, but you have these slightly wider holes here for some of your thicker stemmed cutlery. And then when that doesn't work, these just kind of lift up. And so I always keep one open where I can put my really big items in. So that's pretty cool. And then up here, these will open up. So you find them like this, and you can pull them up and then down. And this allows you to do a sort of multi-layer stacking. And then it also has these cool little slots for your wine glass stems. So I like to put small light items that might fall through some of these holes otherwise. And it just allows you to fit a little bit more in. And then of course you have your third drawer, which is good for like big knives or big spatulas and things like that.